The Russian government has blocked the bank accounts of former UFC champion Khabib Nurmagomedov. Khabib apparently owes 306 million rubles, or what is the equivalent of 3.3 million US dollars. The Russian government suspects that Nurmagomedov may have used the money to invest in startups and buy hotels in the UAE and Turkey. The article goes on to say, quote, in a post on its Telegram channel on Saturday, Mash alleged that Nurmagomedov has failed to pay taxes to the tune of more than 300 million rubles. After the athlete bid adieu to the octagon, he embarked on a number of business ventures, including dietary supplements, a restaurant chain, and hotels. According to MASH, Nurmagomedov came into the Russian tax authorities' crosshairs after he relinquished the ownership of several firms, with his relatives and close associates allegedly remaining at the helm in certain instances. Russia's Federal Tax Service eventually launched an investigation into the former UFC champion and uncovered irregularities in documents, leading to the closure of a few firms. The media outlet claims his mixed martial arts promotion company, Eagle Fighting Championship, is allegedly awaiting the same fate in the near future. According to UFC President Dana White, after Khabib beat Conor McGregor, Russian President Vladimir Putin gave Khabib over $20 million in Russian property.
So after he beat Conor McGregor, he went on like this tour of all the Muslim countries. So he's going into Turkey, he's going into Saudi Arabia, he's going to Abu Dhabi, he's going over to Dubai, and they're raining on him. I mean, he didn't even make it back to his dressing room after the fight, and Putin was on the phone. And Putin gave him and his father like $20 million worth of property in Russia. Then he went into, the Muslim territories where these guys are just cars, money, gyms, whatever he wanted.
Khabib has been adamant that he is done with fighting, but will this sort of news be the news that forces him out of retirement and into the octagon for another payday? Tell us what you think below. UFC Hall of Famer Michael Bisping praised Joaquin Buckley's performance at UFC St. Louis, but criticized his call-out of Conor McGregor.
Who do you want next?
Yes. Look here. Who do I want next, huh? He got a fight already booked up, but it's a massive name. There's only one name you should call out if you're on this mic, a powerful name. That name is Conor McGregor. I want you. You fighting at 170, but you ain't fighting a lightweight, welterweight. You fighting a lightweight. Don't boo now. You fighting a lightweight midget. Come at me, bro. Come at me. You said you built your weight up, but you bullying Sean O'Malley and Ryan Garcia. Come and bully me, dog. Come and bully me, and let's see what you really about. I did research on the McGregor name. And you come from a long line of McHole. Your daddy was a hoe. No. Your granddaddy was a hoe. No. Your great-great-grandpappy was a hoe. So I guess it's safe to say your mama raised a hoe. And guess what? If you don't respond, and I bet the money I ain't even got that you want, the whole world know I'm telling the truth. It's my time. And if you want to be the king, you got to behead the king. It's time to take the throne.
Bisping believes the call-out was a miss.
Not the best call out, in my opinion. Number one, listen, I like Joaquin Buckley, I'm not talking shit, but that fight with Conor McGregor is never going to happen. So you could say that potentially he wasted a call out. And then on top of that, he went too far. I mean, listen, I get it. He's trying to be insulting. He's trying to give McGregor a reason to have the fight, to want to fight him. Okay? He was calling, I think it was his mom and his grandma, a hoe, basically.
And you come from a long line of McHole. Your daddy was a hoe. No. Your granddaddy was a hoe. No. Your great-great-grandpappy was a hoe.
And I was like listening, and I'm like, I like a bit of shit talk and all the rest of it. And then when he went that far, I'm like, oh shit, this is bad. And I was waiting for the right opportunity to like kill the interview, but you can't just halfway walk through it. So I think he was just in the moment with the adrenaline, with the big win, with his home crowd, probably thought it was being funny, but, I don't think anyone particularly enjoyed that one.
Jon Jones is rumored to face Stipe Miocic after his recovery, but boss man Dana White has confirmed that Jon Jones is just teasing matchups. White weighed in and revealed that UFC 303 has already surpassed a new record in gate sales, with Conor McGregor returning and topping the $20 million mark. But he shifted his focus to Jon Jones, stating that he knows he's fighting Stipe.
Jon Jones is making headlines recently by saying, maybe he's interested in Stipe, then Alex Pereira. In your mind, is the move still do the Stipe fight, and then if he wants to fight again, it's Tom Aspinall?
Yeah, it's Stipe. I think John's just asking, who do you like? What do you think? Kind of just feeling it out and seeing what people think. But he knows he's fighting Stipe.
Stipe said that might be in New York. Is that about right?
Sounds right.
Light heavyweight king Alex Pereira KO'd Jamal Hill during his UFC 300 featured headliner and mentioned wanting to rise to 265 pounds. Jon Jones and Pereira have passively flirted with the idea of a super fight between them, but White has sternly said no to both Jones and Pereira. Are the experts already considering Alex Pereira as a potential candidate for the sport's GOAT discussion after just 12 professional MMA fights? Pereira won middleweight gold in just his 8th fight and within 3 more had taken the light heavyweight belt. Despite many feeling that he's overly reliant on an impressive striking arsenal from his kickboxing days, there are also those who reckon he can be an all-time great.
I'm past saying that he can't do something. I think time and time again Alex Pereira has proven he can do whatever he wants. Look, every challenge has challenges, and every great thing will be hard. So him at heavyweight, there would be some issues, but there's issues at 205. When you get to heavyweight, especially for him, he'll have guys like Tom Aspinall or Curtis Blades, guys that truly can cause him some problems with their size and their wrestling ability. But it's not impossible. I think to think that Alex would not find success would be a massive mistake. If Alex can be a guy that wins a 3rd belt, that dude better be in the conversation as the greatest of all time. And hell, he's only got like 11 fights in his entire career.
The Brazilian is eyeing a move up to heavyweight where Jon Jones currently reigns as champion. Cormier believes that facing Jones in an unprecedented fight for a 3rd belt could land him in the GOAT discussion. However, Pereira is not getting a shot at heavyweight anytime soon. Promotional boss Dana White has confirmed that Jones will be facing Miocic next and has plans for the Brazilian with his light heavyweight belt. UFC bantamweight champion Sean O'Malley has a theory about why Conor McGregor is mad at him. McGregor recently criticized Ryan Garcia for failing 2 drug tests for 2 different substances, which Garcia failed for. O'Malley responded to McGregor's comments on social media, stating that McGregor's remarks were just sad, and that he was rooting for Michael Chandler to knock out McGregor in June. O'Malley believes that McGregor's jealousy is not due to his previous drug test failures, but rather his recent success. He believes McGregor is jealous of his success and mad at O'Malley for not signing with their management company.
Get back to the whole Conor thing. Like, he sent you guys like a wild tweet. I remember seeing it live and being like, yo, are you good? And then he deleted it really quickly. I don't know what was going on in Conor's life. He seemed a little crazy to kind of throw that insane tweet because he was like something about the Austrian, the steroids, and kill yourself at the end of the tweet. It was insane. But what's that like for you to hear that from someone that I know that you definitely looked up to and probably still look up to in a lot of ways? But now kind of like him pointing at you, where at one point I'm assuming you probably would, I don't know if you would try and throw jabs or try to get his attention, but really wouldn't get it. But now that you're here and you're getting that sort of negative feedback, does that make you feel any type of way?
To be honest, I kind of want to hate him. I want to be like, F you. And I've tried to. I've said it. I even messaged him on Twitter. I said, F you, just to make me feel a little bit better. But, cocaine's a hell of a drug. He was probably, shadowboxing in the bathroom at a club. And I get it. You say shit. So, I do think there was a lot of jealousy. People like that big of an ego, he sees what's happening. He sees he's starting to, he's starting to get pushed out. I'm starting to come up. It's like, there's no other reason for him to talk about me. I've never said anything but praised him. I've looked up to him. So I want to try to hate him, but it's hard. Conor's, he's the man. He really is. But I don't know. I really don't feel any way about it. When I first saw it, I was like, what the like, that's great. Like, but then I'm like, God, I know he's geeked out. Jealous. So he wanted me to sign with their management company. I didn't want to. He sees me blowing up. I don't know. He like you say, deleted it real quick after. I'm sure either his team did or he's like, God, why did I do that? But I don't know.
How do you think that fight goes? You think you ever get a fight with him?
Me versus Conor.
That'd be
big
fun, bro.
nowadays,
that would be the most insane fight. It would. The numbers would be astronomical, dude.
Yeah, it's fun. I'm pretty realistic when it comes to like big guys. Like I'm like, okay, I'm a 35er. I stay in my lane. I do my thing. I would go up to 45, fight Volk, I'd fight Max, or Ilya, I'd fight Max. But like I'd stay in my lane. Conor's one of the only guys I would fight that I'm like, that motherfucker's big. Like I would fight him at 55. I'd fight him at, first of all, it's a huge payday. Second of all, Conor. Like, that'd be legendary. So he's one of the rare guys I would fight that are actually way out of my weight class. But yeah.
Both McGregor and O'Malley are currently booked up, with McGregor returning at UFC 303 on June 29th and O'Malley making his second defense of his bantamweight gold later this year. Islam Makhachev, the undisputed lightweight champion, has announced plans for his UFC 302 title fight against former interim title holder Dustin Poirier. Makhachev, who has been sidelined since October, has a one-sided first-round high-kick knockout win over Alexander Volkanovski, handing the former featherweight champion his first professional knockout defeat. He plans to finish Poirier with what he says is something special in mind for their showdown in Newark.
I had a fight. I had a fight with someone the other day about this, Islam. I'm arguing because they're like, well, Islam hasn't defended his belt. I was like, he did. I was like, he beat the same guy that gave him twice. I go, he was fighting Oliveira again. I go, Islam didn't say, let me fight Volkanovski. Volkanovski had beat everybody so much that they gave him a chance. And then when Oliveira fell out, they gave him another chance. And you knocked him out, right? You beat him better the second time than you did the first time. But I am wondering, what is your desired outcome against Dustin Poirier? Because it would seem as though taking him down and grinding him out is the easier path. But are you falling in love with the knockout after what you did to Alexander Volkanovski? Do you think you can knock out Dustin Poirier?
Brother, honestly, I can do many things. Because every time when he fight for the champion, somebody choke him. Now I have to prepare something special. And we did in the gym. I have something special for next fight.
Makhachev has already fought twice this year ahead of his expected UFC return. Poirier, a former interim title holder, could potentially hang up his gloves even with a victory against Makhachev. Check out some of these comments viewers just like you left us on yesterday's videos. The Dog Tutor 4998 says Conor's lined up for another loss. Ali Foreman 1819 says fighters talking about Khabib now is like hearing rappers who talk about Suge Knight now because he's out of the way. AMJ 6644 says Poirier is literally the arsenal of the UFC. Sorry, but no credibility until any title is won for me. And lastly, Hamza LFC says the background music is too loud. We're sorry, Hamza. We've done our best to lower the music. Hopefully you enjoy it now. If you want your comments read on tomorrow's video, all you gotta do is comment down below, like the video, let us know what you think, and we will be highlighting those comments tomorrow. If you want us to read your comments on tomorrow's video, all you gotta do is comment down below, like the video, let us know what you think, and we will highlight those comments in tomorrow's video. Now check out yesterday's best MMA and UFC memes that we've rounded up for you so you don't have to go look elsewhere. And that does it for today's news. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, click the bell notification to get notified every time we release a new video. And in case you missed it, here's yesterday's news.